It's hard to believe we've lost a second uncle in 6 months. And both Uncle Sonny, God rest his soul, and Uncle Zeng really were two of the hearts of this family at family gatherings. It's not hard to see why we're all here today, celebrating his life. I really didn't want this to be a somber moment because, God, I mean, he was just that much fun. But I find it hard and sobering to stand here in front of this group to laugh for the time being. I will say this, as much fun and as much happiness as he brought to all of us, later in life I got to see a very gentle side of him as we both started to have children at the same time. Uncle Zeng is, I think, 22 years my senior. However, the blessings that are Dylan and Hillary really brought us closer in a way that I never imagined, because I too have a 16-year-old and now 14-year-old. And it's interesting, beyond all the fun, the laughs, the jokes, the food, getting to share parenthood at a different stage in life with him. And we bonded, which was interesting because, behind all the laughter was a very, 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 very warm man. So I got to see a very dynamic uncle, not only from the standpoint that he was nurturing to me, but also nurturing to his kids, all of them. And now all our grandnieces and grandnephews that are a part of our family. Uncle Zeng, I'll miss you dearly. Dylan and Hillary, you have an enormous family. Some that you probably didn't even know you had. But that being said, we're all always going to be here for you. We'll always remember your dad. If there's ever anything you want to learn about your dad that you didn't know prior to your birth, by all means, we're all here for you. Thank you.
Morning. I'm Rachel. I'm Uncle Zeng's first pamangkin. I am the first daughter of his Kuya Norman. My favorite memories of him, her childhood. 'Cause we had a childhood like no other. We had cousins that were our first best friends. And so our summers were spent in Woodland Hills with just Janelle and frequent weekends in between and after. And this came along with seeing Uncle Sonny and Uncle Zeng regularly, almost every time. It became the party house. And if you spent some time with the Laino siblings, you will know that they are loud. Their love language is yelling. So if you can imagine yelling at their normal volume and then music randomly playing, and then conversations continuing over the music. It was one loud chaos, but a beautiful chaos, and a beautiful memory. It's one of the best of my childhood. And I am torn that within months, the two that gave us that are now gone. I remember him bragging about his children. He loved you guys so much, all of you. He worked hard. He was a hard worker. Gambled harder. Maybe unlucky in gambling, but for sure lucky in love. Because he hit the jackpot with Raquel. Strong, vibrant, intelligent, hardworking, devoted, and a pillar for her children. He was so lucky. And I am just so grateful that the piece of him that we love so much will continue with his son Alan. The music and his spirit with his children, Hillary, Dylan, and Sean. We are so grateful to sleep here today. It's been so long. But he is with Uncle Sidney now, and that is how I smile about this occasion, aside from seeing you all here today. And thank you for coming to honor our rock star uncle.
Good morning. I know I'm not very good in public speaking, but for Lino, I'm here today to share my thoughts on the life we had with him. I know this will mean a lot to him, so even though I'm a bit uncomfortable, I'm doing this for you, Nino. Nino Zeng has been my father figure since my arrival in USA in year 2007. He was my mentor, my confidant, my source of strength, always there to guide me through life's challenges. The first thing Nino taught to me was save for your retirement. And he was the one who saved my retirement plan as well. Because during the home buying process, I told him, Nino, I'm going to withdraw my TDA for my down payment. And he told me like, no, find another way. Thank you, Nino, appreciate that. He also helped me cope with my homesickness. He would check on me daily, asking about my day and making sure I was okay. When I needed to vent, he was there for me. One of the things I will never forget is how he will send chicharong bulaklak and steak through FedEx overnight to New York. That's Nino Zeng. Yes, he was the grill master and made the most delicious steaks. If I'm not mistaken, Inan, we were the last ones he cooked steak for. I'm grateful we were able to visit him just 21 days before his passing. On our way here yesterday, my heart felt heavy. Usually, when he knew we were heading to California, he would always check in with the updates every step of the way. He'd ask, where are you now? Be careful. Sabay-sabay, kakaunting oras na, takibok na tayo din eh. In our countless conversations over the phones, he's always been proud dad to Alan, Sean, Dylan, and Hillary. I will truly miss Nino's updates. It wasn't just the updates themselves, but the way he would excitedly share and express how proud he was with Alan's achievements and upcoming events in music. I'll always remember the joy on his face when Alan got married and just became the father-in-law to Crossley, and the pride in his voice when he talked about seeing Alan and the happiness he felt when he became a grandfather to Steven. He often shared how proud he was of him being the apo of mag-aararo ng taga-Malbar, Batangas. These are all the memories now we will cherish forever. He was always sharing joy with pride about Dylan's creative mind, business sense, and academic excellence. And of course, he never missed the chance to mention how good-looking their three children, Alan, Sean, and Dylan, sabay sabing, ang pogi ano, Laino yan. For Hillary, he would always stop whenever I called. He would stop whatever he was doing just to focus on you, picking you and dropping you from school. And he was incredibly proud of her beauty and would sincerely say, maraming salamat, when we complimented her. He was also proud of her academic achievements and musical talents, particularly her skill with piano, sabay sabing, abangan niyo. Ninong, in his exact words, would say that Ninang is his Rab 4L. Raquel, Aisa Valiente, Fort Laino. Comparing her to a car for being reliable, strong, and always there when needed. As a brother, he was humbled by the support they shared, the way they made decisions together, and the updates on each other's lives. The bond, love, respect, and honor they had for one another were truly special. He has always been there for me, celebrating my successes, and being the first to greet me on special occasions, sending cards. During my lowest points, he was there to comfort me. When I lost my loved ones, especially my mom, he mourned with us, and even changed her profile picture for a year to honor her memory. He had a special way of making us feel loved and supported. Ninong always put others before himself, and his generosity knew no bounds. Maybe you don't know. Whenever my siblings faced an emergency, he would send help right away. Whenever he heard bad news from the Philippines, he would immediately check on us, showing the deep concern and ask me how to send assistance, whether the person involved was a relative or not. He often said, kawawa naman, or pitiful, reflecting his kind, soft-hearted nature, as we say, pusong mamon. Ninong's nature to remember, always reach out, and give anything, even with a simple token. Ninong is always at ease and comfortable when necessary. He would advise me and say, Bet, huwag kang magagalit, which automatically signaled to me that he needed to correct something I was doing. Ninong shared the acoustic band wasn't about the money he earned or would earn, but rather about the joy he felt making so many people happy. Yung saya na makapagpasaya, ika niya. As our Ninong, we are eternally grateful for the guidance and wisdom. We are deeply indebted to Ninong. Napakalaki ng utang na loob namin. He did us a favor that could have affected his family's future, but he never hesitated. To be honest, if he had to ask me for the same favor, I wouldn't have been able to return it. I will never do it. That's how big his heart was. He would help as long as he could. He was very loving and caring towards others, always full of energy, yet sensitive to the feelings of those around him. He was always thinking about he could help others. He never worried about being taken advantage of, as long as he was able to help. In our constant conversations, he always reminded me that life is too short. So we should make it a habit to forgive and let go of grudges, especially with those close to us. He would say, pray and ask for forgiveness. Sabi niya, quote, ugaliing, magpatawad at tanggialin ang hinanakit lalo na sa mga kasamahan. Tayo ay palaging magmahalan. Ninong always reminded us that's not the possession we leave behind, but the love and memories we share that truly matter. His wisdom, the humility, and the generosity he showed were his true legacy. The lessons he taught us, the love he gave, and the memories we hold dear will live on in our hearts. We will miss him deeply, but we will also carry him in our hearts with love and gratitude. Ninong Zeng, mahal na mahal ko kayo. Thank you for everything. You often ask for prayers to win the lottery, not for yourself, but because you wanted to help others. Now, you've won more than that. An eternal place in heaven. These are the harder words to say, but we must. Rest in peace, Ninong.
Hi, I'm Laino, the son of Zeng. Honestly, I don't have a speech ready, but I wanted to talk about the type of person my dad was. My friends described him as one of the happiest people that they ever knew, and it was true. Me and my sister, he would always be so happy around us. One day he bought a new car. It was a really ugly car. I hated the color of it. It was really boxy. But he was so proud of that car. He was really happy with that car. He would always be like, "Do you like my car? It has no dents, no scratches." The car broke down less than a week later. But still, he was still really proud of that car, and he was really proud of me and my sister. Once I did something that made him proud, the entire family knew by tomorrow. But thank you all for coming. That's all I really had. Again, I don't have a speech ready, but thank you guys. And thank you to my dad.
I am going to read a note from one of Uncle Zeng's friends from Florida. His name is Ross, and he asked that we read his message. To the big family, to friends, to everyone who could join us here today, to all who grieve and pray with us. We were more than witnesses to each other's lives. We were participants to unspoken wishes, dreams. We enjoyed singing, eating, and laughing together. Imperfect, but through it all, we found some goodness, shared kindness, felt friendship. Distance and growing family lives kept us apart for a while. Sonny's passing brought us back. It made us remember with greater sentiment what we never really forgot. Those times when in this new place, our lives were trying to find its footing, learning through each other, each error, uncertainties, and doubts. We manage the struggles of becoming, of finding, of reaching this far in time, of continuing to discover who we are, somehow finding occasional happiness and joy as we trail through the meanderings of life. We were great friends. Goodwill and cheers abounded when we were together. Love, Ross.
Good day, everyone. I'm Ben. I'm the fifth sibling in the family. It was so shocking when we heard the news about Zeng's sudden death. It's so hard to accept, and it was so devastating that in a span of 7 months, we lost 2 more dear brothers. Just like Sunny, my younger brother, who died last August, Kuya Zeng is also very close to me. Whenever we are here for vacation, we enjoy each other's company. We do a lot of cooking, we love singing, and we enjoy going to our favorite places. One good trait of Kuya Zeng is his generosity. He's always ready to extend a helping hand to others who are in need, even if he has to borrow money from others. One time, so many years ago, he sent me a round-trip ticket for me to join his family in a 4-day cruise. That is not yet the time of Isa. I think Isa was then 12 years old. During our childhood days, we have a memorable, but also we have an unforgettable experience. You know, during those times, the 3 of us, Kuya Zeng, and I will help our father in the farm. And one day, we had a misunderstanding with Kuya Zeng that led to our peace fight. Mano-mano, boxing live. And by the way, during that time, Kuya acted as our babarum. He was the promoter. Because he was the one who instigated us to fight. We only stopped after both of us had a bloody nose. And on our way back home, Kuya reminded us, don't tell our parents. Otherwise, all of us will be beaten up by our strict father. Moving along, my bonding with Kuya Zeng continued in college because we studied at the same school. He joined the Glee Club. It's the school singing group, and he also encouraged me to join. We had a lot of performances in Metro Manila, and sometimes we go to far-flung provinces to do a show, to do a concert. I will never forget those happy days. Moving along, during our getting older, we have our own family, our respect for each other continues. When I'm mad, he keeps quiet. And just the same, when he's mad, I keep quiet too. Goodbye, Kuya Zeng. We will miss you, and may you now rest in peace. I'd like to, as a tribute to Kuya Zeng, I would like to sing a song for him. I'll try even if my voice is not too good. Don't feel so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this whole world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There is no need to watch the bridges that were burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft across the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good time. I'll get along. You'll find another, and I'll be here if you could cry, you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft across the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good time.